Hello everyone, this is Tony Richards with another episode of Clear Vision TV, and we're putting together a leader's checklist, a checklist of aspects and attributes that leaders need in order to be effective. And on our last episode of Clear Vision TV, we talked about the ability to conceive, articulate, and communicate and get buy-in of a vision, about how that was number one on our list. Number two on our list is the ability to think and act strategically. The ability to think and act or execute strategically. Many times, and we've got a lot of episodes on Clear Vision TV of thinking processes, but the ability to think strategically is really important because many times people think tactically. And so one of the ways that you can just quickly identify if you're thinking strategically or tactically is most of the time when people are thinking tactically, they're thinking how. And when you're thinking strategically, you're thinking why. And so the ability to think why we should do that rather than how we should do that is the ability to think strategically rather than tactically. And then the ability to also execute strategically. Executing strategically means we're doing something across the board in the big picture rather than the small day-to-day tactical occurrences. Let me give you some key questions that you can ask yourself about this number two aspect on our leaders checklist, the ability to think and act strategically. The first one is, do we have a realistic plan for creating short-term results as well as mapping out the future? Do we have a realistic plan for creating short-term results as well as mapping out the future? So I'm not saying you only think strategically, I'm saying you have to be able to do both. You have to be able to see the big picture, the long term, and you have to be able to see the short term, and you have to be able to execute both sequentially. Number two question, have we considered all the stakeholders and anticipated objections? So as we get ready to put our strategy in motion, what are the objections we're going to face? First of all, internally with our internal stakeholders, and then externally, perhaps with our partners, vendors, suppliers, and customers. And then finally, has everyone bought into and does everyone understand our strategy and tactics? And not only have they bought in, but can they articulate it and explain it as well as you? Because you're not going to talk to everyone. People on your team are also going to be talking, and you want that strategic plan or that vision to stay strong right on down the line. We're putting our leaders checklist together. That's number two, the ability to act and think strategically. We'll continue with this next time on Clear Vision TV.